four corners of comedy.
Hello and welcome, Grand Rapids. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm your anchor, Josie Sabo.
And I'm your other anchor, Sean Francis. And because you may have Cinco'd your Mayo a little too forth, we have the local, national, and world stories that you may have missed.
You're welcome, Grand Rapids. This is NewsFlash.
It was in sync. Across the pond, the British huddled over their tellies to watch King Charles' graduation party. I mean, that is to say, he graduated from being the Prince of Wales to the most annoying and ill-wished upon King of England of all time. We can say that, yeah, you know, Ben Franklin didn't write up some big paper, and Nicolas Cage didn't steal that big paper just for us to lick their wellies 200 years later. USA! 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 People love a good chant.
In this week's Musk Minute, Elon got fed up with the blue cities and states, specifically San Francisco, and not just because of rice-a-roni. It was actually in response to a San Francisco tweet specifically about building vacancies due to businesses that have left and rising crime rates, despite overall crime rates dropping by about 10%. Musk called the Full House city post-apocalyptic, warning against allowing the same people to be in power for too long. And you know, he's right. I think we should start by replacing CEOs and billionaires.
A 500-pound mountain of discarded noodles were found dumped in a New Jersey forest over the week. Yes, that is not a typo. Police discovered it. They knew something was up when they saw a swarm of Italian mobsters stumbling out of the woods, bellies full of mystery manicotti, singing, "On top of spaghetti." Talk about a creepypasta. That's an internet joke for some of you. With that, the members of the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster rejoiced. This is their Easter. They have finally found their stairway to angel hair heaven. And potential suspects so far include the following individuals, so keep your eyes peeled for them. And local residents were asked for comment, but apparently nobody saw Penny thing.
A recently published report revealed that about 33% of Michigan's federal aid roads were graded poor condition by the Michigan Transportation Asset Management Council. That is a mouthful. While only 25% were rated in good shape, which means the remaining 42% received a "just give it time."
Actually, some experts say that rubber roads may be in our near future for Michigan, as the material provides lots of benefits. The biggest, a projected reduction in potholes because the rubber can shrink and expand with the seasons. But also, car wrecks will be safer because they'll just bounce right off of it into the cushy grass. Yeah, nice and safe. Not to mention that rubber roads are, ideal for stretching the budget.
But forget about Michigan. We have bigger holes to worry about.
What?
A popular mechanics report says scientists are getting anxious about what they're calling a pothole in space. But they shouldn't be so concerned. Whitmer has promised to fix the damn space roads too.
Yeah!
And for a while, it may look like a little bit like the movie Armageddon, but instead of oil riggers, it'll just be an MDOT construction crew.
Still be Bruce Willis.
Or maybe we can just clog it with a forest pasta.
The Donuts and Beer Festival returned to LMCU Ballpark this past weekend for the first time since 2019. During the 3-year gap since the previous festival, we concocted our own pairings of some donuts and beers that you can enjoy at home. So we pass our research findings on to you to make educated guesses for the next time the festival jelly rolls around. First, we've got a Krispy Kreme classic donut with Founder's Rubaeus, and it's like a jelly donut in your mouth. Yeah. There's also Punchki and a white chocolate ale from Grand Armory Brewing. If you put your mind to it, any day can be Fat Tuesday.
Also consider Hostess donuts and half of a can full of PBR from the night prior. Perfect for eating over your sink while contemplating the choices you've made in your life.
And finally, technically, tortellini are like basically little mini donuts filled with cheese. So go out to those New Jersey forest woods, get a nice bottle of red, and you got fancy pasta donut soup. So it's the year 2023 of our Lord. 8 bills have been introduced already this year to weaken child labor protections in 6 different Midwestern states that could allow minors to work on construction sites, in meat packing facilities, and other factory work. Already in Arkansas, a bill has passed that repeals restrictions on work for 14 and 15-year-olds. That's been signed into law. Not to be outdone, a McDonald's in Louisville, Kentucky has a pair of 10-year-olds that were caught working at the restaurant without pay up until the hour of 2 a.m. They were even running the fryers. McLawsuit? At this rate, I'm gonna just go out on a limb and guess that there'll probably be manager in a week. So this is what happens when we get rid of the play places, everybody. This is like...
A surgeon from Bay City who was sent to prison must repay $19.5 million for healthcare fraud.
Wow.
The authorities caught on to his wrongdoings when they saw the red light and heard the buzzer repeatedly.
Ooh. Not a good job. Recent studies discovered that Amelia Earhart crashed her plane in 1937 on the island of Nijmororo in the Republic of Kiribati, which was determined by testing the island's coconut crab population for traces of human DNA in their diet. Yeah, the theory is that Earhart crashed and was eaten alive by these giant crabs. They can crush a coconut like that. That's what those giant things are for. When asked for comment, the coconut crabs responded, "Well, we're not supposed to talk with our mouths full." And then they went back to eating their forest pasta.
A rare wanted poster for the arrest of John Wilkes Booth after he assassinated President Abraham Lincoln sold at an auction last week for over $1,600,000. The original poster offered a $100K bounty for the actor turned assassin. So that bounty hunter must have severe seller's remorse right about now.
Yeah, that's a hell of a markup. In corporate restaurant chain news, the company that owns Olive Garden recently acquired Ruth's Chris Steakhouse for over $700 million. Also, coincidentally, hot on the heels, there's news that a location of Ruth's Chris is coming to Saginaw, Michigan. So, keep your eyes peeled for the Saginaw's Olive Garden's Ruth's Chris Steakhouse's opening day's unlimited breadsticks and forest pasta special. Lots of apostrophes in that.
This past week, Saturday Night Live and almost all of the late night shows went dark due to the WGA writers' strike. It is even affecting films such as Marvel's upcoming Blade. So for anyone getting used to their news strictly from satirical sources, it's pretty much just us and Fox News right about now.
Yeah.
Writers' strike!
Wait, what?
Writers' strike!
Wait.
Writers'
I can't see you guys. Could someone turn the lights on real quick?
Writers' strike! Writers' strike!
Wait, what?
Writers' strike!
What's happening?
Writers' strike!
Not so fast, Sean! We represent the NewsFlash Writers Formation, and we have some demands of our own.
Oh, is that what you're holding in your hand? There's
No.
demands,
Yes!
not scripts?
Too long as your tyranny ruled this stage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and how come you and Josie are the only ones that get to be anchors? That's not fair.
I mean, we have guest anchors sometimes, like Jessi, you did it just a couple weeks ago. You just have to ask.
Plus, we have all sorts of mental strain from the research we have to do.
Yeah, mental strain.
Like poor Zach and that pasta forest story.
Yeah!
Poor Zach.
It wasn't a
Yeah.
pasta strainer, it was a pleasure. On top of spaghetti.
Okay. Oh no.
Anyways, we require a monthly pizza party.
We had a pizza party last week.
You know what I'm sick of? The Musk Minute. We don't need to give that overgrown toddler any more attention.
I agree with that one, actually.
Okay, all right. We're just giving people what they want.
And you were the only person at the pizza party. Wait a second, I just thought about it.
Okay, that's
You
true.
had the pizza party at your house, and none of us got to get any.
All right. Well, I said we could all get pizza on our own and eat it over Zoom. It would be funny, but okay, no one else got on it. Okay. Look, people want to see Elon Musk get dunked on. What can I say?
You know, I am not contributing any more NewsFlash stories until our demands are met.
Noah, you don't contribute stories like ever. Like you haven't been on a Zoom call since 2021.
2022.
Okay, well.
Hey, I mean, this was the last story, so, like, I'm not sure what else there is to protest right about now.
Right.
Well, I guess you're gonna have to deal with that next week, okay?
Guys, the NewsFlash writers team, it's always been volunteer-based and submissions. Like, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but, I mean, you might lose all your sweet COM privileges.
Oh, no. Wait.
That's right.
Let's figure this out, okay?
I feel like we should be huddling,
I don't
too.
know, I feel like this is bad for us.
We want to introduce the show this week.
But who's gonna do the tech? It's a really hard job, and someone needs to. All right, fine. I'll go hit the space bar.
Thank you.
Someone should definitely take over Sean's microphone.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah. And if you'd like to submit your jokes to Comedy Outlet Mondays for NewsFlash, you can do so at comedyoutletmondays@gmail.com with the subject line NewsFlash Chips.
Jessi?
Follow Comedy Outlet Mondays on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and I guess Twitter, but why?
Rewatch those videos from past shows to get notified of lineups for the future shows.
Find our submission forum to get your own act on stage and learn about other ways to get involved.
But if you don't want to wait until then, we have a free open improv jam after the show right here.
But now, Grand Rapids, you're welcome! NewsFlash!